Man, flower man, when are you gonna grow?
And welcome back to our garden, guys. You're taking a look at a hollyhock. And I'll tell you what, there's been a lot of talk about these different types of cherry trees that have happened in Washington, D.C. In fact, the bloom's on right now. Well, our hollyhock bloom is on. You want something that kind of resembles them? This is one that works out real well. We plant this guy from seed in the fall. This is what you get after about 2 years. Yes, I said 2 years. They're a biannual type of plant. In fact, they can get quite invasive, so you want to make sure that you got to get a hold of a lot of those seeds, give them away to your friends or relatives or whatever else you got, because invariably, they will invariably take over the garden. Let's get back to cherry trees. What do we grow out here in lieu of cherry trees? Well, a lot of different types of apple trees. In fact, you can see a small apple just producing right on the end of this Anna apple. You got to grow 2 different types of trees to actually produce apples. We've got some apples sprinkled throughout the garden out here because you got to have basically what we call cross-pollination. Yes, at the bottom of this guy, that is white latex paint. That's important this time of year because as we start getting in the hotter times of years, these types of, well, thin bark type trees have a tendency to go ahead and sunburn. Let me show you another one that's actually in the cherry family. It's right over here. Bobby, come on over here. And Bob's our illustrious cameraman in the garden here. He knows almost as much as I do at this point in time. But these are some peach trees. They are related to cherry trees, have a beautiful flower about January or February. We're just flooding these guys, and it's very important we flood them periodically so we get about 3 feet of depth on the actual tree itself. These guys are ready to be thinned, so we're gonna thin them so that they're about a fist apart. But these basically do very well out here in the desert Southwest. Why? Because they're low chill hour type requirements, as cherry trees are very high chill requirements. And what does that mean? Well, basically low chill means we don't need a whole lot of real cold weather to produce great fruit like you're looking at right there. But these bonanzas right here do very well and do very well out here in the desert Southwest. Regular fertilization, making sure you plant them if you're going to in about January, February. And again, we want to make sure that we're covering that bark with some type of white latex paint. This is very important. They companion plant well out here in the desert Southwest, and they take a fair amount of trimming. You can see how we trimmed them all back into basically an open shape type formation. This allows the wind to kind of go through them, and you're in real good shape for a real nice peach harvest come about, June or July. So you're thinking about some fruit trees. Well, right now it's a little bit too late, but you can always plan for them coming the fall time. We'll be back right after this.